Inborn errors of immunity is an umbrella term we think about for these primarily pediatric immune disorders. And the way I like to think about it is these are genetic diseases. If you think about all humans on Earth as being sort of part of a bell curve, right, in terms of your immune responsiveness, we like to study the extremes. So the kids who have really low immune function and therefore get a lot of infections, and also the kids on the other side of the bell curve who have a really high immune response, and rather than infection, they suffer from immune-mediated damage to their tissues. So my lab is really excited to learn fundamental immunology and really how the immune system works as a system, starting first with patients. And these are primarily pediatric patients who have severe immune diseases. So we test the hypothesis these kids could be sick from a single gene mutation, and then we use models to dissect mechanisms and come up with precision therapies. We do genomics, so this is where we sequence the whole genome to find that sort of needle in the haystack. So if we're right, that the hypothesis is true, that this kid is sick from a single gene mutation, we can identify that using genomics. And then we also use models, so we'll use CRISPR to engineer versions of the human mutation, and then can do all kinds of immunology assays. So it allows us to do in vitro work in a dish, and we do experiments to understand why this gene mutation could make their immune cells function abnormally. And then we also test therapies and things in models that our goal then is to translate back into the patients. And importantly, it's not just the patients with the rare disease. Also, we think that by studying these extremes on the sort of bell curve, we're learning fundamental immunobiology that applies to more common diseases as well, but maybe in less severe form. Precision therapy. Understanding the gene mutation makes you realize what kind of treatment is best for them. So this is where it leads. It leads to precision therapy for rare disease. But in addition, because we're learning fundamental immunology directly from patients, it builds foundational knowledge that allows us to spin off new knowledge in ways one can't predict. So it can lead to, we think, more well-defined foundations about how the human immune system works and how we might manipulate it. It's an amazing time to be in medicine and in science where we've got so many different potential therapies on the shelves, right? And there are ways we can modulate the immune system in ways that have really, really advanced. And it's partly matchmaking, trying to understand why is this person sick so we can choose the right therapy, and also innovating around new therapies, because as our knowledge expands, we can think about how we could rewire these circuits.